What's up, guys? So, talking a little bit about pin squats, but typically, a little bit different. So last time I think we talked about pin squats, talked about the band, we talked about acceleration, the joint-specific angle stuff. Very cool. But today we're talking about how we can add a little bit of eccentric load. What? With pin squats? Aren't pin squats only for concentrics? A little bit of eccentric load with a pin squat. So we're going to do the pin squat up, but focus on a controlled lowering. My goodness, like a inaudible speak. Controlled lowering. Today's a heavier day, and because of that, we're going to take advantage of it. We're going to add a little bit of time under tension. We're going to do 2 of these reps. We're going to try and do 5 seconds lowering, because 5 seconds probably turns into more like 2 to 3 seconds when you're actually doing a heavy eccentric, but doing our best. I already did 2 reps of these. We're going to do 3 sets, 2 reps. I did 2, maybe I did 3 sets even. 2 more sets is all we're doing. That's all I have left on the docket. And we're going to take a break. It's pretty fatiguing, so after something like this, I'm going to go eat some food. I'm not going to go work out anymore. But the idea is now the pin squats are used as safety catches for us when we're doing these heavy lifts. So instead of just focusing on and using them as a means to control joint-specific angles, it helps us go down to a position of control for the eccentric portion. So yes, we have a concentric portion where we lift it, and then we have an eccentric portion where we lower it. So let's demonstrate it here. I face this way when I do it. I don't like facing the camera on these. I don't know. This way is a little more comfortable. I'm used to facing the rack when I lift, so you got to stare at my massive traps when I do this here. All right, so we're going to try and get up. I'm not going to go super duper fast, but still with some good pace. So get position. Position matters the most. Control this thing going down. Control it. 1, 2, 3. One more. Get set. Nice. Just like that. I never do eccentrics. I really never do, and I probably should do them. I do a lot of eccentric demand in terms of rapid, high velocity movements. I rarely do it in terms of like barbell movements, heavier weight. But I have a messed up shin right now. I can't jump. As we saw in the previous video, there are some means to do some rapid ballistics and eccentric loading, but I don't want to do that every day. That's a lot of demand. So I want to mix this in. I haven't done this. And why not take the opportunity to try new things out on yourself when the opportunity presents itself? So I got hurt a little bit. My shin. Well, let's go through a little bit of eccentrics. I never really do them because I don't like them because they make me sore. But we'll try them out. This weight seems pretty good. Actually, probably could go a hair bit heavier, but we're not going to. We'll just see how this goes. And maybe for the last set, I might even rack it up here, and we'll put 25s on so we can take them off, put them on, kind of thing. But we shall see. We shall see. So let's do this here. And this might turn into more eccentric exploration and fun than it is actually a squat. Because you know what? I think I just talked myself into doing a little bit heavier eccentric. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So what I do here, done this in the past, but only a couple of times, is that I like to put the lighter weight on the inside. So here's a 25 we're going to put here. I'll show you guys why. So 25 here. We'll eventually put the 45 back on. But the thing is, with eccentrics, you're kind of doing stuff that's kind of heavy, near maximal work. So it's not the most fun. So I like to put the 25 here so when I lower it, I have to do all this weight shuffling around. It's right here. Lift it still. Not the main emphasis. We're going to rack it. We're going to put our 45s on. The outside here, because that's our main weight. So if we had the 25s on the outside, it wouldn't be a big enough difference, right? Between taking the 25s off, which is 50 pounds, versus the 45s, which are 90. So it gives me a little bit of break by just unracking one weight. When I go down, you'll see I'll unrack it, lift it back up. That gives me a little bit more leeway and love. So I'm gonna actually put a belt on for this. Why, you might ask? Because it's kind of heavy, and I like to lift with a belt sometimes, so you guys can deal with it. cool. Let me make sure this thing is squared away so you have a good angle of it. Checking the camera here for y'all. Yeah, that works perfect. We'll stick with it. All right. Control lowering, control lowering. We'll see how it goes. 5 seconds. Oh, that is never fun, is it? So legs working. The reason why I have the 45s here now is, can I concentrically lift that back up? Yeah, probably. Probably good. Would it tire me out a ton? Do I just not want to have that emphasis? That too. But also, the side benefit, because we dropped 90 pounds, it almost acts as a little contrast. So now we have a lighter weight going up than we had going down. It was heavier. Get back on the bar. I'm trying to explode this thing up. Some good pace. So, kind of acts as a little contrast there. Then you re-rack it. Clip it back on. Forgot the clips the other time. We'll do this thing again. 5-second lowering. Control, control, control. Explode up. Because this is pretty heavy, we don't do lots of reps and sets. Because I haven't done this often, it's probably going to be pretty tiring for me. So, probably my last set. Maybe I'll do one more after this. Just single reps, 5 seconds. Up. Good position. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Using those legs. Using those legs. Using those legs to hope they get stronger. So, one rack. Re-rack. Do it again one more time. Uno más. Uno más. Explode up. Still want to attack this one. That's pretty good. And one more set. I'm not taking much rest here. Life will go on. We'll accept it for what it is. Camera's rolling. I just want to keep it I'm on clip because I'm being lazy and I don't want to edit this. Ooh. All right, last set. Control, control, good control. The last one, pretty good control on it. Use your legs. Use your legs. Not your back, your legs to lower, nice and control. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. Ooh, you can kind of feel that now. That's my last set. I still want to finish with one good explosion. I'll back up. I'll take my big break for the day. I'll go eat breakfast, part 2. Now we got some good work in to start the day off. Last one, explode on up. Drive. Big explode. Awesome. So there's going to be just heavy pen squats, but we kind of took a little detour into some heavier eccentrics. We'll see how I feel. Don't go so heavy the first time the set. They don't feel that tough when you're doing them, but the time under tension is 5 seconds. So if you think about that, we had like 4 or 5 reps. I did a couple that weren't shown here before. That's like 25 seconds of time under tension with a weight that is much heavier than you're used to doing things for 25 seconds time under tension. Even just with 405, we'll just pretend that it takes 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds to do a squat. So if I did 10 squats, even at 2 seconds, that's 20 seconds at 405. I did like a 5-second lowering with 455, so 5 reps basically. Do the math. That's 25 seconds of time under tension. So much higher time under tension. You could debate the metabolic cost because theoretically eccentrics have less metabolic cost, but it was a higher weight, so we're not going to go, trying to do the math. What's the difference between metabolic costs when you increase weight and all that stuff? But you get the idea. So point is, big stretch. Normally soreness comes with it. I don't think I'll be sore because I do a lot of jumps in the past. I've done rapid eccentrics, which typically create more soreness than these. But I don't do slow ones. So let's see how this goes. We'll add these in our program, and I might do them every day from now on for a little bit. Who knows? We'll find out. But I appreciate you guys listening. I hope you enjoyed. As always, if you like, give me a thumbs up here, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you've used eccentrics before. I don't use eccentrics. I don't. So I'd like to hear how you use them. How do you program them? What do you like about them? And I've programmed them quite a bit actually for other athletes. Not myself, a whole bunch. I've done it for bench much more than squats. I've done it for RDLs as well. Just never squatting with really like these kind of eccentrics where it's heavier. We got a racket versus like some tempo work. So I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, comment below, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you listening, and I hope you enjoyed.